Hello, and welcome to the CINCILINGUA membership program. In this video, I want to introduce myself. My name is Joseph. Everybody calls me Joe, and I'm one of the teachers in the CINCILINGUA membership program. I'm going to tell you a little about myself. I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, where CINCILINGUA is located. I was born and raised in Cincinnati and still consider it my home, even though, as I will talk about, I've lived in other places. In fact, besides Cincinnati, I've lived in Detroit, Michigan, during my college years, and I've been living in Chicago, Illinois now for over 20 years. I am a graduate of Mercy College of Detroit, a small college at that time in Detroit, Michigan, which is now combined with the University of Detroit. But at that time, it was a separate college. And there I earned a bachelor's degree in English. When I returned to Cincinnati, I studied at Xavier University, where I earned a master's degree in theology. And then in 2001, I moved to Chicago in order to study for a doctorate or a PhD in New Testament. It took a while, but I did finally get it. So I have a PhD in New Testament and early Christianity. But I still love to teach English. I still love grammar. And I love being part of the CINCILINGUA membership program. I started at CINCILINGUA in 1986, which is a long time ago. And until I moved to Chicago, I worked there. So about 15 years. And then fortunately and happily, I returned to teach online. So I have taught in the intensive training program, the ITP courses, when I was in Cincinnati. And now from Chicago, I teach private online classes. And as I've said, I'm part of the CINCILINGUA membership program. I have several hobbies and interests. I like to read almost any kind of book, but especially history, theology. I enjoy some fantasy like The Hobbit, but I think mostly historical books and theological books. I like drawing pictures and sculpting little statues out of clay and playing my guitar. These are examples of the kinds of books I read, and that first picture on your left is a textbook that I used to teach at Loyola University, Chicago on Christian theology. And the book on the right, your right, is the kind that I enjoy, a history book. And I especially like European history during the Renaissance and Reformation period. And that's why I chose to take a picture of this book, The Six Wives of Henry VIII, because I find that period of history very fascinating. I think many people do. And I like to draw. This is one of my recent drawings. I haven't been able to do it as much as I want because of being busy a lot, but I decided recently to get back into it. And so this is a picture I drew a few months ago. I like most of all to draw human beings and their faces. And so I also tend to sculpt the same subjects, what inspires me, what means something to me. So this is a nativity scene, as we call it in English, a nativity scene that I sculpted actually a long time ago. And as I mentioned, I like to play the guitar. I'm not a virtuoso, but I like to play folk style music, such as popular folk music from the 1960s that nobody else listens to anymore, and some pop music that's suitable for classical style guitar. Well, that's enough about me. I really do enjoy teaching English. I love grammar for some reason. And um, I'm happy to be able to introduce myself to you. Thank you for watching this CINCILINGUA membership video and have a wonderful day.